Hello and welcome to the Rock Your Voice podcast. Vocal coaching tips that will transform your voice, interviews that will inspire, industry guidance, and so much more. Without further ado, let's get on with the show.
Hello, today we're going to look at a question that I'm often asked, and that is, what's the difference between a singing teacher, a voice coach, an artist mentor, and what are you? So it's interesting because over the years, the title has evolved, as have obviously my skills, because I've been doing this for 20 some years now. And when I started out, I definitely would have referred to myself as a singing teacher because I would take the songs that people wanted to learn and I would help them learn those specific songs. We'd sit there and we'd kind of hammer out the notes, make sure everything was correct pitch-wise, everything was healthy with the voice, all of those things, and just kind of get the song to a presentable stage. So that is my interpretation of what I would call a singing teacher. There probably are a lot of other singing teachers out there or people who go by that title who would say, no, there's a lot more to it than that. And I would probably be inclined to agree. However, this is just my opinion behind why I was calling myself a singing teacher back then and why I call myself an artist mentor and a vocal performance coach now. Literally, I'm struggling with that title because I've literally just kind of evolved into that. So it sounds a bit poncy, but I'm now kind of rolling with the title of vocal performance and mindset coach. I was also thinking vocal performance and mindset mentor because on my journey as a singing teacher and as a singer, I got to a level where I really kind of enjoyed where I was at. I'm happy with my voice. I feel like there's a lot of opportunities for me to have kind of my butt kicked and get, trained up, as would any kind of pro athlete. It's like, no, sometimes you need someone to be like, hey, we need to perfect this. We need to refine that for sure. I'm not necessarily like at a point where I'm like, I need a singing teacher. So a few years back, I started sort of searching and connecting with high-level voice coaches. I worked with a wonderful woman here in Calgary. Well, she's Calgary, LA. Her name's Tamara Beatty, and she works as the voice coach on The Voice and also The Masked Singer. And I think also the other bizarre one, that I Can See Your Voice or whatever it is. So she's really cool. So I tracked her down and I was like, whoa, she lives in my city. This is wild. So I went to work with her for a bit. And yes, she definitely tuned me up from a technical standpoint. But it was just really great to have someone to work with from a mentor perspective, to talk about things at a higher level and not just go for a singing lesson. And from there, I also went on to work with Brett Manning in Nashville, Shelby Rollins, who was part of the Singing Success team as well, and some of their other counterparts. And it was just really great to be surrounded by people who were kind of on the same journey as me, but established coaches that I wasn't just going for singing lessons with. But I was like, okay, this is great. And I'm paying you to come for singing lessons. But I really would love to have an opportunity to find someone to connect with on a regular basis where we can talk about the industry. We can talk about my growth. We can talk about my challenges. And this is how I've evolved as a coach myself, because I feel like artists at certain levels don't necessarily want to come every week and run through scales and work on songs, but actually talk about the challenges and the things that are going on behind the scenes. Like, I'm switching management, or I've got a big tour coming up, or I suddenly got this opportunity. I've got to get on a plane tomorrow and go record this single, which these are all, I'm giving you examples that have happened. So these are the things that I find so fun and so fulfilling as a coach, to be able to be like, okay, let's step away from the piano, let's step away from the singing, let's really dig into how things are going with you as an artist and what's going on in your mind that can definitely be part of the impact on your voice. So stresses and all of these big opportunities can sometimes really, really affect and impact the voice. So I've kind of moved through the role of singing teacher and then obviously voice coach for a long time, where it was kind of the opinion that I'm like your personal trainer, but for your voice. So you come to me every week or every couple of weeks, whatever, and we just do the drills. We make sure everything's in shape. You're getting the best out of your instrument. And we kind of cue the montage, and away we go, just training your voice. But yeah, now it's evolved again. And it's come back around to exactly what I was looking for, I'd say like 6-7 years ago, when I did seek out Tamara and I did go to Nashville, and I did also fly to LA and worked with the most beautiful human, Ron Anderson. He's sadly passed away now, but he worked with everyone, like Alicia Keys, Axl Rose, Freddie Mercury, like friggin' legends. Like while I was doing my session with him, he got a call from Adele, like saying, "Oh, I've got this big opportunity. I need some help." Like literally, he was like, "Sorry, I have to take this call. It's Adele." And I was like, "That's understandable. You can talk to Adele during my session." But yeah, it was just a journey of wanting to find connections with people who knew everything that they, you know, that were at the top of their game, and I could just be in that space. So I wanted to kind of evolve and be someone, not to say I know everything and I'm at the top of my game, but just to be someone that says, you know, if you're not necessarily looking for a singing lesson, but you want to come chat industry, you want to come talk about things that are going on in your life that are impacting your voice. It's all about your music, your career and everything. I do have the 360 Artist Development Program, but I just really want to make sure people know that I'm not just a singing teacher or a voice coach. I really see these sessions with people to look at their past, their future goals, their current plans, and where their mindset is, any blocks, any challenges. And I've been talking quite a lot about mindset and mental wellness lately, because it really is such a big factor when it comes to your voice. If you've got blocks from years back, if you're holding on to something, if you've got a voice in the back of your head every time you go up to the mic, we need to eliminate that and give you that strength and confidence to just step into the ownership of what your voice can do and how confident you can be and the potential that is there for you and your voice. So I just wanted to share that with you. This has been a really super quick one, but if I'd have heard someone say 7-8 years ago, you know what, you can pay me for a singing lesson, but you know what, we can really dig deep into all the other elements of what's involved with your voice, your career, your strategy, where you're sitting, where, you know, how things are feeling right now. And look at opportunities and potentials and ways to thrive and move forward. And this can even be if you're a voice coach too. I am so against the competition mentality. Speaking of, I mentioned Shelby Rollins back there. I train with her doing some voice coaching stuff very regularly. And we have an amazing network of other voice coaches. So it's really cool to be part of something like that. So even if you're a voice coach, like, straight up just say, like, I don't want a singing lesson. I just want to come talk to you about voice coaching and building my career as a voice coach. And how do you do it? How does this all work? And let's build a community. Let's talk. Let's start getting connected, because you can become a bit of a lone wolf in this industry, whether you're a performer, whether you're a coach, a manager, whatever it is. But I will say, the further up the ladder you get, the less intimidated people are, and therefore that sort of petty competitive mindset really starts to fall by the wayside. So if you find yourself stuck in an area where you're like, oh, everyone feels really competitive, or they're copying me, or I feel like she's copying this, or you know, any of that kind of rubbish, it's time to evolve and grow and step up, because trust me, further up the ladder, the competition becomes community, and it becomes support and encouragement, because anyone who has reached a certain level in their career and is successful and happy and confident with it, they're going to want to see others succeed. And that's exactly where I feel like I'm sitting these days. I want everyone around me to succeed and be happy and supportive and being part of a community. So if you're at a point in your singing career that you want to, you know, maybe you don't want to just go train and run drills and do the Rocky montage with your voice every week, but you want to kind of dig deep and talk about it, because sometimes I keep going off on detours. I'm really sorry. This was going to be really short, but here we go. Sometimes, so say you have your manager who you share everything with, and like perhaps you have a really close relationship, but perhaps you don't, or perhaps your manager doesn't really understand the pressures of what's going on as they pertain to your instrument and your voice. So you might have a great relationship with your guitarist, but your guitarist might not understand the intricacies of the stress and the environment and what's going on with your voice in relation to that. So just finding someone who really gets your voice, the mindset, the mental connection, the physical connection, the industry, the business, all of that stuff. And even if you're starting out right at the beginning, to talk about things like, sure, we can really make you sound great to go and do your first open mic, but let's talk about the mindset behind it. Let's talk about what you need to be prepared for when you go to an open mic, and making friends with the sound guys, and maybe go check out the venue before, and like all the details that come into it to make your moment on stage more successful and confident and really comfortable, so that it's an enjoyable moment that you will go back and do it again and again and just improve and get better and more confident. And then you can end up supporting other people when they come for their first open mic, and you can help share tips and stuff too. It's all about growth and uplifting your community and the people around you. So I hope this helps. And I hope my new title, which will probably change by next week, but I just wanted to sort of share that I've kind of, been doing the singing teacher at the get-go. Then I was like voice coach, voice and artist development coach, which sounds very technical, and I like it because it gets the point across. I was a voice and artist development coach, but I feel like artist development sounds really kind of like it's in a hole. It's in a certain space where you're just kind of locked into like, okay, we're developing your artistry to a certain degree. I want to be a mentor. I want to encourage people. I want to help you grow no matter what level you are at, and understand like who you are as an artist and how your mind is impacting your voice. So getting the full connection, 360 approach all around, confidence, comfortable, building you up, helping you succeed, all of that good stuff. So yeah, thanks for listening to my little rant here, and I hope it kind of fills in some blanks as to maybe what you're looking for. So if you are just starting out, if you just want to learn the very, very basics, a singing teacher might be great. If you're maybe presenting a song at a wedding or something, or if you've got like, I have this one song that I want to work on and I want to make it perfect, singing teacher might be great. If you're like, I want to really understand my instrument, I want to understand how my voice works, I want to be able to take all of these techniques and apply them to every song, every genre, and play with my instrument like a fully rounded thing that I can go off and play with and have fun and explore, you're probably going to want to look for someone who refers to themselves more as a voice coach. And then if you want to explore the 360 approach of the world around you and your voice, maybe look for artist development, mentor, or even a vocal performance and mindset coach. Send me a note if you want to chat, and I wish you all the very best with your voice. Follow your dreams, follow your goals, go get it, and let me know how you're getting on. Emma@rocketvocalstudios.com. Follow me on Instagram, message me on social anytime. I'm always here to chat. I got a free workshop coming up. It is all about confidence and mindset. So follow me on Instagram, get the links to all of that, or I will put the links in the show notes. You can sign up. It's coming up June 25th. So apologies if you've missed it. June 24th, 2024. Let me double check this. Yep, June 24th, 2024. Master your vocal confidence. We're going to overcome mindset blocks and get you feeling really confident and connecting that whole link between the brain and the voice. So yeah, if you're interested in that, the links will be in the show notes, and hopefully I will see you there. If not, I'll be back with more very soon. Thank you so much for listening to today's show. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And if you do leave a review, it's really useful to help others discover the show. You can also check out the weekly vocal workout over on Patreon. I'll leave the links in the show notes, where you can access weekly vocal training from yours truly and totally rock your voice. Thanks again for listening. Check out Rocket Vocal Studios on social and on the web, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.